We get to Malary from MEMA. Malary White is the Director of External Affairs. Malary, good morning.
Good morning.
I know you're busy. Can you give us kind of an update of exactly what you have up to this point?
So what we're seeing right now, about 130,000 power outages, mostly contained right now into the southwestern portion of the state, which is kind of what we anticipated was going to happen. The one thing about this storm, though, it has now slowed down, and so it is now a rain event for us. So we're just asking folks, stay off the roads. You're going to see flash flooding and heavy winds as well.
But as far as the damage reports, because I was looking at some of the
early.
Yeah, it is early, and I was looking at some of the video that's coming in on Facebook and several other places from Louisiana, and man, they had some bad roof damage, and I think most of this was caused by just straight line winds, hurricane winds, not so much for a tornado, but some of these neighborhoods look like a tornado passed over.
Absolutely, and we've seen a lot of tornado warnings pop up overnight, just for our area alone. And so we feel for our neighbors over in Louisiana. They took this hit in the gut, and so we do hope a speedy recovery for them. And we are just right now. It's a little too early for us to give you any hardcore damage numbers because the conditions are just too treacherous right now for us to go out there and get those damage assessments. But as soon as we can, we're going to have birds flying in the air, some drones getting us aerial footage so we can go ahead and start those initial damage assessments. We have our individual assistance team on the ground and the coast, and they'll be visiting some shelters today, talking to some folks there, we're trying to assess those unmet needs of these folks to ensure that we can assist them to the best of our abilities. One good thing that we do have, though, is FEMA is on the ground, and they're watching this storm with us, and we have federal assets on standby, ready to deploy, and of course we have lots of state assets too.
By the way, just as we were speaking on this, when the National Weather Service in New Orleans has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Jackson County in southeast or southern Mississippi. 727, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, located over Pretty Boy Island and 12 miles south of Moss Point, moving north at about 45 miles an hour. A tornado radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be possible, dangerous to those caught within a shelter, mobile home, et cetera, et cetera. But again, southeastern Jackson County in South Mississippi. So there have been few and far between. In talking this morning earlier with Joanne at the National Weather Service, she said she didn't expect too much of an outbreak on that one, which is good news.
Yeah, that is good news. And one thing about spin-off tornadoes from a hurricane, they're usually quick. They're quick to spin up and quick to spin out. And so hopefully the folks on the coast and even folks in central Mississippi up north are not going to have to deal with that. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's one of those factors that you have to deal with whenever tropical storm force winds are rolling through your state.
Well, and I think she said earlier that tropical force winds are all the way up to about the Grenada line, straight across. And not to say that they're not going to be very windy north of that as this thing continues northeast. But again, as far as damaging, the real possibility is going to be in that area. And we're going to be dealing with this all the way through a little after noon in the central Mississippi area. Colonel Randy Ginn will be joining us at 8:20 this morning as far as any safety updates from the Highway Patrol and any road closures or things such as that, I would imagine. But so far, things not quite as bad as they were before, but you're reporting about 130,000 people without power.
Absolutely. And one thing I do want to encourage folks to do is if you do have damage to your home, we have a wonderful self-report tool that folks can use. It's on our website, msema.org. Go to the self-report tab, choose which county you live in, and answer those questions. One big important thing is document your damage. Now, when people do this is not an application for assistance, but this is what MEMA is looking at to see if federal assistance is possible. So we want to see the integrity of your home. We want to see, do you have your roof blown off? Do you have walls that have been completely destroyed? That's the type of stuff that we're looking at. That's the type of stuff that FEMA is looking at to see if we can get a major disaster declaration.
Is that commercial also as far as residential?
Yes, absolutely. Businesses definitely go in and report that as well. All these numbers will be definitely crucial whenever we are looking to see if we can get a disaster declaration.
Got it. We have gust about 30. I say gust. The wind gust are going about 30 to 35 miles an hour. I've seen 140, 42. So a lot better than the 60 or 65 that some people were predicting for even the central part of the state. So, Malary, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep us informed. Anytime you need us, give us a call.
All right. Thank you so much. Y'all stay safe, too.
We'll do it. It's Malary White, the director of the External Affairs.